Welcome to Essex Grove. My name is Thomas Templeton. I'm a housing officer with Helm Housing. This is a development that we built ourselves back in the year 2000, 32 units of family housing. But like many inner city social housing schemes, there are problems with antisocial behaviour. I've had a lot of complaints over the past few years about drugs being dealt openly in this area. People were selling drugs from this alleyway, passing them through into the street. The steps that we took to try to put an end to that was to double board the fencing so that the drugs couldn't be so readily passed through. There's also a scheme ongoing at the minute to put alleyway gates at the end of each alley so that people cannot use it as a walk through unless they have a key, which means it would be only open to residents. Behind me there's an area of waste ground that we recently had to fence off with palisade fencing. This area has been a bone of contention for the association, for the local community, for the PSNI and for the council for the last 4 or 5 years. It's been the site of the bonfire, and on many occasions there has been riots and there's been upheaval, there's been community confrontation, there's been conflict as a result of this area of land. One of the moves that the young people have been engaged in, as opposed to antisocial behaviour, has been painting this mural. Along with the local community groups, this mural here is a good reflection of the kids playing street games. Unfortunately, towards the end, you can see that someone is lighting a fire against this. These things aren't going to change overnight, but with local community involvement, the help of Helm, the Belfast City Council, the PSNI, it is something that we feel we can deal with effectively. This mural has recently been completed by the young kids in the area, a lot of whom had previously been engaged in antisocial behaviour. The purpose of that was to try to emphasise to those kids that they had more to offer to the community, they could be more benefit to their own community by being positive, and instead of looking for wanton destruction every year, this is the kind of thing that they could put back into their own area. Keith, you would be of the same opinion of myself that the turning point has been the residential course that we all attended down in Rostrevor in April of this year?
Yes, without a question. That was definitely the turning point in South Belfast. The Department of Justice funded 4 areas in Belfast to try and engage with the hard-to-reach youths. And from there on, that residential weekend and then the continuing youth intervention projects that we've run through Lorag has maintained that engagement with these youths so that there wasn't any attempt to collect bonfire material or have a bonfire. Helm have been very active. They have engaged with their tenants. They did a flyer notifying their tenants of the potential repercussions if they were to engage in this antisocial behaviour, and it's a partnership approach which has made all the difference.
My job has become much more neighbourhood focused. I spend a lot of time dealing with tenants and trying to help the tenants, same as all of the other housing officers in Helm Housing. We're proud to offer that kind of service to our tenants. We want them to be happy where they live. We want them to be safe and secure where they live. And by engaging with the local community groups, with the PSNI, the council, we hope that we can help to try to tackle any problems that may arise in the areas where they live.